Digital Get Down! Review time!
Hello, Internet. Your boy, the King of North here. I'm joined by
that other guy
and this Joker here.
Pride.
And we're going to do a digital get down of the latest game that just came out. And if you're not familiar with the digital get down, it's basically our review of video games. And what we're bringing to you today is Destiny.
preferably for Xbox One.
He's a liar, because you see this is a 4 case right here, because two
It's
of us
better
here,
on Xbox One.
two of us here have the 4, and you have the 1, which means you suck.
One person has the 1, which pretty much counts how many people in this country bought the 1.
I will stab you in your Patrick Peterson jersey.
Yeah.
This is a good representation of Xbox to PS4 sales right now.
Pretty much. I know. I don't think so, because I think we would have to bring in Vesture and.
Actually, I think we would need one more person.
Yeah,
it is like
y'all
10 million
get
to
destroyed.
4.
But anyway, we're segueing here. Destiny.
Segway!
I got the talking raccoon, so that means I'm up first. What I liked about Destiny, the graphics. On the 4, they're amazing. I mentioned it to you. It's very crisp. I don't know if that makes any sense to you guys, but it's fluid. It handles great. The scenery is amazing. That's one of the things I loved about it. Another thing I loved about it, Tyrion Lannister, I'm sorry, Peter Dinklage. He voices the ghost in the game. And I know Lance Reddick is in it, Nathan Fillion's in it, the black lady from all of Joss Whedon stuff's in it. I'm sorry, I don't know her name. What is her name, Pride?
Zoe.
Zoe. She's in it. I'm an idiot, and he's going to Google it. But you have awesome voice acting. So that's kind of what I liked about the game. What I didn't like about the game, and these guys might agree with me, I don't know, they haven't given you their review yet, but I thought the story was extremely lackluster. It's very short. It's not a game to play for story.
No.
He says it. Boom.
No, I mean, it's mostly a game that you're like, hey, I like Borderlands, I like Halo, and let me check out Destiny, because, I mean, that's pretty much what you're going to get. You're going to get your first-person shooter just like Borderlands. Don't expect as much loot as you would in Borderlands, because...
we segueing here again?
No. I'm sorry.
Pride's Googling.
The loot in Borderlands compared to Destiny is like maybe like 1,000 to 1. Like Borderlands, you got bajillion guns. Destiny, you're farm for an hour, maybe get 1 legendary Ingram if you're lucky. I think they said the ratio, like before Bungie patched the treasure cave, the loot cave, which is everybody's crying about, which I'm happy about. They said they did a review on it, and they said you farm for maybe an hour, you'll get maybe like 200 kills, and that only get maybe 1 legendary Ingram.
It's pretty much how it went when I did it too.
Yeah.
Another thing I didn't like about the game, I'm sorry to cut you off,
No,
I want to finish my thought while it's still fresh in my brain.
That's fine.
And you kind of took... No, you wait! Another thing I didn't like about the game, repetitiveness. Like you were saying, you farm.
Yeah.
It's very repetitive. You do the same missions, bounties, strikes. It's the same stuff you play story-wise. But, all said and done, I did enjoy the game. I don't know what this guy's doing here, but I enjoyed the game. If I was to give it a rating, I know this guy here doesn't like ratings because apparently that's what you do in Asia. I would give it.
I think we should give ratings. I just think we should always use the same rating.
Well, I'm going to give
the
it
same scale to keep.
I'm going to give it 3.5 out of 5 onions because that's what we use around here now. Onions.
5.
So we
Out of 5.
we bring this guy in. This is one onion. We've got
I get your
replaced with
reference.
another onion.
I understood that.
I'm giving it 3.5 out of 5 onions. 3.5 out of 5. Boom. All right, the other guy. You get Rocket Raccoon.
I'm
I
gonna give it a
understood that
rating.
reference.
I'm gonna give it a rating of 3.5 stabs.
3.5 stabs.
Yes. To the King of the North. Yes.
What'd you like about the game?
I love the game. I mean, it's pretty, like you said, it's fluent. It's got great graphics. Lacked very much in story. I mean, pretty much what you cover is pretty much how the story is going to be. The online play, I mean, what I do like about the online play, the Crucibles, is you take your equipment that you find in the campaign and farming and stuff like that online. And that's how you use to compare your weapons. Coming up, just a little update for y'all, they are going to nerf auto rifles and give handguns an actual boost. The auto rifles are going to get nerfed by the range because people are complaining that they're getting headshotted across the map by an auto rifle, which it's not Call of Duty, you know? But
learn to press forward.
yes. Or, use your cover.
And one more thing, I don't mean to cut you off again, but you did bring up earlier, what's Bungie doing?
Bungie, I mean, this is just content that I read on the internet, don't know if it's true. There's rumors, you know? It's a possibility that Bungie released an unfinished game. Now, with that being said, we don't know what's coming up. All we know is that come Christmas time, that the first DLC is supposed to be released. We don't know if it's supposed to be on disc. That's what the rumors are. But I guess we'll find out when we get closer to that time and get more information on it. One thing that's probably going to hurt Bungie if it is a locked DLC. I mean, if they shipped an incomplete game and they're going to charge you $15 extra more for DLC, that's going to hurt a lot of people, man. And I don't think most people are going to get it. You said maybe the DLC is going to get an extra planet.
Yeah, from what I read, it's supposed to be on Mercury. And you really get more missions, more strikes.
More mission, more strikes. I mean, for $15, you already paid $60 for the game. Not to mention the people that paid the $100 to get the collectors. You know, it's just, come on, Bungie, y'all better than that.
Better than that.
So move on to me. Well, one thing I do want to add on to that is it would suck. I really hate when companies release like on-disc DLC that you have to pay for. I mean, just put it out with the game. It was already on the disc. Second thing to come up was her name is Gina Torres.
Wow, we were way off.
Yeah, we were
you
way
said
off.
Zoe.
She played Zoe in Firefly. Some other names. Peter Dinklage plays the Ghost. Bill Nighy plays the Speaker.
Oh, I thought you said Bill Nye. I was like,
You did say Bill Nye.
Lance Reddick plays Commander Zavala. There's just like a lot of famous.
There's a lot of the voice acting.
Yeah, there's a lot of very famous voice acting in this game, which I like. My part of the review. I like to consider myself a gamer, like a hardcore gamer. Go figure. I don't know. I mean, these guys talking about like, oh man, it sucks having to farm this stuff. I don't know if any of you guys ever had 1,000 hours put into a game. I've once had 723 days played on one game. Final Fantasy XI Online.
I have it.
Alright?
Nerds.
700 days played. That's 2 straight years of not logging out. Spread over 5 years, so I'm not that addicted. That's how my psychiatrist tells me. But the game itself, like when you complain about farming for an hour or 2 hours, try farming something for 9 hours straight and not getting anything. Because that's how most online games are. The fact that you're at least guaranteed one legendary for an hour, I think is pretty good. If you're a PC gamer. But that's my problem. Destiny is not a PC game. Destiny is a console-based game. Now, I had an argument with somebody over the internet recently over, does Destiny quantify as an MMO? And there are some people out...
He has nothing to do with his hands.
No.
I'll find something for your hands.
That's got really PG-13-ish.
I was just going to make him write homework.
You got the raccoon.
I have the raccoon, I speak. The thing is, it's a console game. Now, a lot of people on the internet are referring to Bungie as kind of, I hate this term, WoW clone. I don't think that's proper use. I understand where they're getting the name from. The story is literally taking straight out of 5 quests from World of Warcraft. If you replace the characters, obviously, and the setting. It is essentially the Onyxia quest line from Vanilla WoW back in 2002. I don't remember when it came out. I'm just saying right now, spoilers, if the queen you meet up in the game turns out to be the daughter of the fallen leader, and you have to fight her and her whelps in her cave, I want somebody to pay me money, because I totally called that. The game I thought was okay. I think the greatest word you can use to describe Destiny is meh. It's incredibly overhyped right now. Everyone's like, greatest game, greatest game. If you go in with expectation that it's the greatest game, you're going to be disappointed. If you play it thinking it's just another game, you're going to like it. I think on average, the best score I can give it is probably 6 out of 10, or you guys want to use a 5-point scale, so we'll go with like a 3 out of 5.
I can agree.
3.5 out of 5.
3.5 out of 5, I think it's 3 out of 5. I think the game itself isn't bad. The combat system is nice. It's a regular first-person shooter. And the game is essentially, I would actually say, I used to say it was an MMO. I had an argument with a friend online. Another friend of mine recently reminded me of another game that came out very similar called Borderlands 2. And you know what? Yes. This game reminds me a lot of Borderlands 2, but harder, with a higher difficulty. But I would definitely say it's, I don't know, like, it's a different style, so it's hard to compare the two, really. But this is essentially a Borderlands clone with a more serious story. And if they give us more content, because we need more content, 1 raid and 3 dungeons is not that much stuff. Give us more content, give us more gameplay, new classes, new subclasses. Right now we got 3 classes with 2 subclasses each. That's 6 altogether. Give us like 9 or 12 or something. It'd be a lot better and smoother. Overall, I say it's a pickup. Check it out. Just don't invest too much time into it because you're going to be disappointed.
What I like, which y'all forgot to mention, Winterkill. How about that? The Throne. Yeah. That little reference. Yeah.
No, you getting that?
Reference to Game of Thrones. I don't know if y'all are a fan or not. Y'all should be a fan, especially if you're watching us.
Show your shirt.
Yep. Look, show the shirt. Yeah. So I like that little Easter egg. Something else that I'm gonna go off of him about is if they were to release, if it is locked content, if they were to release the full game, they would have got a higher rating. That's my opinion because I mean, what it took us 4 hours to complete the story.
Yeah.
I mean,
I have 6 hours invested into the game. Yeah, 6 hours invested into the game. It took me in 3 sittings. I went from 1 to 12, 12 to 18, and then 18 to 24. And that's all I've played. And I've been playing it on the side while watching Netflix and kind of browsing through the internet. The game is not hard. It does not take you long to level up. If I were to devote one day, I could hit 30. Anyone could hit 30. Just devoting one day to it.
if you got lucky with loot.
You gotta know where to find it.
I'm sorry, that's another thing I'm upset about they're going to fix. Getting legendary Ingrams should be legendary, not blues. Or
You have a
blues being
chance of
greens.
going up. One of the things is, throughout the game you get these little hexagons that drop loot, and there's color tiers. White is common, green is uncommon,
green,
blue is rare, purple is legendary, and
then
yellow is exotic. If you get a color Ingram, blue, green, whatever, it can be either one color above, same color, or one color below. You got a 50% chance of it being same color, you got a 25% chance of it being one below, and a 25% chance of it being one above.
Obviously, these guys feel very passionately about Destiny. Very passionately. But I think we're all in agreement. It is a good game. Could be better.
Could be better.
So I think the average we're giving it is 3 out of 5 onions.
3 out of 5 onions.
Stabs.
It's 3 out of 5 stabs according to this guy here, that other guy. But we're running out of time.
3 out of 5 Peter Dinklages.
You guys don't want to hear us talk forever. You probably do. But if you want to see Destiny, you can go to our channel and watch me play it. It's on the PlayStation 4. You get to see you can see how it looks. So watch the playthrough. Watch the other playthroughs I have, please. And don't forget, subscribe to us. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram. The King of North here.
That other guy.
Picking up this thing right here. And Pride. And guys, thank you for all the love and support. And we'll see you guys next time.
Good night, Internet.
And he stabbed me.